Prince Kale Thorn arrives at the border, the banner of thorn fluttering above him in the biting wind. Guards stand silently beside him, their presence a stark reminder of his heavy burden. The creeping marble curse manifests, symbolizing his inner turmoil. Kale's face is a mask of grim determination, concealing the inner battle raging within. The royal road stretches out before him, a path laden with destiny and despair. The shadow of the moon summit dominates the valley, an oppressive omen looming overhead. Jagged spires pierce the sky, skeletal remains of a forgotten deity. The red moon hangs low, a bloated wound bleeding through the clouds. The valley stretches out, a desolate expanse that fills me with dread. A sense of foreboding settles as I realize what awaits me in this forsaken place. Kyle approaches the summit gates, his arrival unnoticed, his presence unannounced. He moves with purpose, each step deliberate, each entrance a silent declaration of intent. The guards remain still, their silence amplifying Kale's preference for discretion over fanfare. In this world, silence speaks louder than diplomacy, and Kale understands its power. In the grand hall, whispers echo among courtiers adorned with jewels, as anticipation hangs heavy in the air. The hall is carved from dark quartz and froststone, illuminated by floating sconces. Incantation dust fills the air. Kale stands amidst the throng, his gaze unwavering. He remains unfazed by the whispers and expectations swirling around him. In the great hall, Chancellor Morian stands tall, radiating authority. Saren Vale stands beside him, her plain robes hinting at a life of scholarship. Ink stains mark her attire, a testament to her dedication. Her eyes are sharp, missing nothing in the vast hall. Her face is unfamiliar, a new presence in the established order. Together, Morian and Vale present a united front. In the grand hall, Kale watches Saren, who, though not of noble birth, carries herself with unexpected poise. Saren stands tall, holding the treaty scroll as if it were her birthright. Her hands remain steady, her gaze unwavering. Saren shows no sign of fear. Kale's intrigue deepens as he observes Saren's unexpected strength and resolve. In the grand expanse of the great hall, Kale surveys the assembled dignitaries, a silent question hanging in the air. Kale's voice cuts through the silence. Where is the emissary? The Chancellor steps forward, his face etched with apology, his words heavy with regret. The Chancellor announces, the emissary is unable to attend. May I present Saren Vale, the royal scribe, who will assist you. Kyle's brow lifts slightly, his intense gaze piercing through Saren. The great hall is bathed in a light, emphasizing the gravity of the moment. Chancellor's voice echoes in the hall. She has studied the accord for over a decade. We trust her to interpret its demands. Saren stands silently, the weight of expectation heavy on her shoulders. The intricate details of the hall serve as a silent witness to the unfolding drama. The great hall echoes with the resonance of crystal. Light dances across the walls, a symphony of refractions. Kale's voice cuts through the shimmering air. I don't need interpretation. I need legitimacy. His demand for legitimacy hangs heavy in the crystalline hall. The crystalline structure seems to amplify Kale's words, each syllable resonating with power. Saren Vale's resolute stance fills the great hall, her defiance cutting through the air. Her voice echoes, each word a precise strike against the unspoken tension. Then you should have arrived yesterday. Saren's voice rings out, challenging the silence. When your signature would have mattered, she finishes, the finality of her words hanging heavy. The great hall seems to hold its breath, awaiting the response to Saren's challenge. Her unyielding presence dominates the space, a beacon of defiance in the heart of power. In the great hall, whispers weave through the air, carrying curiosity and judgment as the crowd eyes Saren. Kale studies Saren, his gaze drawn to the ink stains on her fingertips and the sharp curve of her mouth. Saren remains composed, her unwavering confidence a stark contrast to the opulent surroundings. She stands firm, as if the very floor would not dare crack beneath her feet. Her presence challenges the hall's grandeur, her youth and resolve creating a palpable tension. In the grand hall, Kyle stands tall, his face betraying a flicker of displeasure. Saren strides confidently into the hall, the vastness of the space dwarfing her figure. Saren clutches a treaty scroll, the weight of its message palpable in her grip. The air crackles with unspoken tension as their eyes meet across the distance. Kale's voice cuts through the silence. You presume much, Saren retorts sharply. You presume I care what you like. In the echoing expanse of the great hall, Kale is frozen, his gaze fixed on the departing figure. The silence is broken by Chancellor's calculating voice. Chancellor asks, his tone laced with cold efficiency. Should I have the scribes prepare the moon oath chamber for his binding? Kyle remains speechless, the Chancellor's words hanging heavily in the air. The vast hall looms, shadows deepening, as the implications of the Chancellor's question sink in. The fate of the character hangs in the balance. In the grand hall, Kale's intense gaze remains fixed on Saren, a silent command hanging in the air. Kale's voice cuts through the silence. He utters a sharp, "No," his tone leaving no room for argument. Kale continues, his words laced with authority. "Leave it." His determination hardens, promising action as he declares, "I'll see to it myself." The weight of Kale's words settles, a promise and a warning in equal measure. In the dim light of the upper guest chambers, Kale lingers in front of a cracked mirror. The cracked mirror reflects a distorted image of Kale, deepening the sense of unease. Silence fills the room as Kale remains still, lost in thought before the mirror. The scene suggests a moment of introspection as Kale contemplates his reflection. Inside the upper guest chambers, he begins to unwrap his boots, the silence amplifying the weight of his actions. Stone clings to his legs, an unwelcome armor of marbled gray-white. The stone shimmers with faint magical etching, a subtle testament to its dark power. It appears as armor, yet feels like a coffin, a chilling omen. In the upper guest chambers, he reaches out, his fingers barely grazing the stone's edge. The coldness seeps into him, an icy tendril that spreads further each time. Each touch lingers longer, the chilling presence reluctant to release its hold. Some nights, the coldness refuses to recede, a constant reminder of the stone's power. He stands there, the unending cold, a silent testament to the stone's enduring mystery. The air thickens with unspoken dread as the blood moon's rise looms ever closer. Time slips away like sand through Kale's fingers, each moment laden with mounting urgency. Kale doesn't trust the Chancellor, the substitution, or Saren Vale. Paranoia coils around him as Kyle questions the loyalty of those closest. In the upper guest chambers, Kale's intense gaze is locked on Saren across the room. His face, an unreadable mask, barely conceals the determination and suspicion churning within. He steels himself, resolving to watch Saren with unwavering vigilance. Kale's inner voice echoes with grim resolve. If she tries to rewrite the Moonlight Accord, the weight of his unspoken vow hangs heavy in the air, a silent promise of scrutiny and vigilance. Kale stands alone, the opulent guest chambers amplifying the storm in his eyes. The air thickens with unspoken intentions, the silence heavy around Kyle. A chilling declaration escapes his lips. "I'll make sure the stone takes her first." The weight of his words hangs in the air, heavy with dark promise. His resolve hardens, the luxurious surroundings a stark contrast to his grim intent. The opulent room becomes a stage for his brewing vengeance, the storm within him mirroring the brewing storm outside. Sunlight bathes the ancient library as Saren enters, her figure silhouetted against towering shelves of forgotten lore. Dust motes dance in the golden light as Saren approaches a table, the weight of history settling around her. Saren sits amidst the towering shelves, the ancient texts casting long shadows around her. Her brow furrows as she pores over the Moonlight Accord, its secrets heavy in her hands. Political tensions swirl around her, yet Saren remains absorbed, lost in the ancient words. She carefully turns a page, the delicate paper whispering secrets of a forgotten age. In the dimly lit corridor, Kale lurks in the shadows, his gaze fixed intently on Saren. He watches her, every movement scrutinized, every gesture analyzed, as he attempts to unravel the mystery of her intentions. The marble lodged in his leg throbs with a persistent, dull ache, a constant reminder of past battles and present dangers. Saren moves with purpose, unaware of the eyes that follow her every step. Kale remains hidden, a silent observer in the night, his presence a secret known only to himself, and the shadows that conceal him. The Moon Oath chamber awaits, silent and still, ready for the binding ceremony. Kale enters the chamber, his face a mask of grim determination, the weight of destiny heavy on his shoulders. His eyes scan the room, a desperate search for Saren etched on his face. The air thickens with anticipation as he looks around the chamber, seeking her presence. In the solemn Moon Oath chamber, Saren's footsteps echo softly, breaking the silence. They clutch the treaty scroll, its importance weighing heavily in their hands. Their grip tightens, knuckles white as they approach their destination. Eyes meet across the chamber, locking in a silent challenge. A spark of defiance ignites, a promise of resistance unspoken. The air crackles with unspoken resolve, hanging heavy with destiny. Inside the Moon Oath chamber, Kale prepares himself, knowing every glance and word could shift the balance of fate. He focuses intently on Saren, aware their meeting holds the power to either secure the treaty or shatter it completely. Kyle's awareness heightens, understanding that the destiny of the treaty and his own future hang precariously in the balance. He steels himself, ready to navigate the treacherous currents of diplomacy